the difficulty for the Biden White House in maintaining a consistent line on the Hunter Biden case really became acute last month. That's when the House Ways and Means Committee released a 2017 WhatsApp message sent by Hunter Biden to a Chinese Communist Party official, in which Hunter Biden demanded financial payment and said Joe Biden, then the former vice president, was sitting right next to him and also wanted to know why the payment hadn't been made. That prompted this question of Karine Jean-Pierre, the White House press secretary, from this reporter back on June 23rd. You've stated that the president stands by his comment from the 2020 campaign that he never once discussed his son's overseas business dealings with his son. And you stood at that podium and you reaffirmed that. Do you stand by your reaffirmation?
What I will say is nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. And I will leave it there.
Thus was born the "nothing has changed" mantra. Since then, however, Senator Grassley released that 2020 FBI document that contained allegations that both Bidens had received millions in bribes from the Ukrainian company that hired Hunter Biden. The document also alleged the existence of 17 recordings of both Bidens. Then on Monday of this week, the New York Post reported that a former business associate of Hunter Biden's, Devin Archer, will testify that the elder Mr. Biden was placed on the phone with his son's business associates at least 24 times. That prompted this question from Jillian Turner of Fox News.
Chairman James Comer today says that the Oversight Committee, has evidence that the president in the past communicated directly with foreign business associates of his son Hunter Biden many times. Curious if the White House and the president still stand behind his comment that he's never been involved and has never even spoken to his son about his business.
So I've been asked this question a million times. The answer is not going to change. The answer remains the same. The president was never in business with his son.
Peter Baker of the New York Times, the unofficial dean of the White House press corps, saw that exchange and tweeted later on Monday, White House press sec says Biden was never in business with his son, but does not actually say whether he was put on speakerphone when Hunter was conducting business and introduced to partners. That prompted two more attempts to clarify the matter at yesterday's briefing.
Earlier this week, you said the president was never in business with his son. But can you say specifically that the president did not have discussions of any kind with Hunter about his business dealings?
I appreciate the question. I've been asked this question multiple times in different variations in different ways. As you mentioned, I was asked this question multiple times on Monday. Nothing has changed.
But the language had changed, as was noted again in that briefing by Phil Wegman of Real Clear Politics.
Moments ago, you said that nothing has changed when you were asked about the president's previous remarks on his son's business dealings, but the language has in fact changed. So I just want to clear this up once and for all. The president has previously said that he has never discussed overseas business dealings with his son, but the White House now says that the president has never been in business with his son. So why the updated language? Which statement is true? Or is this semantics and they're both true?
As I stated on Monday, when I was asked this question multiple times, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed on this. Nothing has changed on this. And so could ask me a million different ways on this question. Nothing has changed.
The person who could perhaps clear this up once and for all would be President Biden himself. He, however, has not held a full-scale news conference for the White House press corps since November. Yesterday, however, he did find time for a podcast interview with wellness guru Jay Shetty.